What's going on, everyone? DJ, Fitness News Reviews, and together with me, huge supplements, wrecked, V2, V2 people. Yeah, listen people, this is the new version of the super popular wrecked by huge supplements that I reviewed here on the channel, I think probably 2 years ago. Anyway people, I'm gonna take you through the label of this thing just like the first version. This is one long ass label. So I'm gonna try and be very quick about it because otherwise this video is gonna be like 25 minutes. But then I'm actually gonna share my personal experience using this one over the last week or so. Today was my third time. Yeah, people. And then, towards the end of the video, as usual on this channel by the way, right here from the world's only FDA-proof bunker, I'm gonna give you my final verdict should you still actually give a shit by then. And all I'm gonna ask in return, by the way, for this entire magnificent journey is that you hit that like button. Okay guys, so huge supplements actually, bursted into the supplement world probably 2 years ago. They started with Rect, which was is still probably their best seller, their pre-workout. Then they sort of, their lineup is intense. They have Pump Serum, which is their steam-free pre-workout. They have protein powder, which by the way, there's a couple of protein powders I have here from them, the new version. I'm gonna review them on the channel. I don't do a lot of protein reviews, but this one, wait for it. Okay people, so like I mentioned, they had the first Rect version 2 years ago or 18 months ago. Really liked it, reviewed it on the channel. If you want to go to get some nostalgia, I'm going to link to that review below. But anyway, they have a new version here. They changed a bunch of stuff. They added some ingredients, they removed some ingredients. There's not major changes on the label. But you know what we think about labels, by the way. Definitely with labels that look like this, that has like 17,504 freaking ingredients. You never know how these things come together. And by the way, maybe you changed the ingredient and the purity changed. You took a new supplier. Labels are just labels. You never know how something like this will feel. That's why it drives me nuts when I see review channels or people like read the label and say, you're gonna feel this and that and this. Fuck you. You never know. You don't know the quality of the ingredients. You don't even know if they put it actually here. You definitely don't know how 10,000 ingredients are gonna interact together. Anyway, people. So they didn't change a lot, but they changed some. So let me take you through this. So as far as what's in this thing, you have sodium at 200 milligrams, about 200 milligrams. Actually, it's 196.5 milligrams. Yeah, 0.5. Very important. Anyway, that's going to help you with pumps, with hydration, with a bunch of stuff. Just drink water. So L-citrulline at 8 grams. That's a lot of L-citrulline. This is not citrulline malic, so you don't have the malic acid here. So just pure L-citrulline, 8 grams. That is a lot for pumps and endo production. Okay, then they have Hydromax. I think this is new. I think the pump formula here is definitely new. I remember in the first version, if I remember correctly, they had a bunch of stuff. I think they had citrulline malic, but I'm not sure. But anyway, listen, this is L-citrulline at 8 grams and Hydromax at 4 grams. 4 grams, another hydration, absorbing water to the muscle type swollenness ingredient. Man, that is sick. Then they have also, I'm going to jump, oh, there you go. They have malic acid at 3 grams. I think it was 4.5 grams at the first one. So this is just malic acid. So they didn't bind it with the citrulline. Usually you see citrulline malic, but it's separate. So that's going to actually help you with endurance. I really like that on the first version. I'm going to talk about this one very soon. Anyway, so they also have S7. I'm going to jump to the end because this doesn't make any sense, but S7 is another pump ingredient. For me personally, sometimes I feel it, sometimes I don't feel it. It's, let's say, it's controversial if it works or it doesn't. But listen, from a pump formula perspective, this looks very intense. I do believe that this is an improved pump formula. Anyway, beta-alanine at 3.5 grams, so that's going to help you with, theoretically, lactic acid buffering, but you need really saturation. What you're going to really feel is the tingling, and we love the tingling here on the channel. We love the tingling. If you don't like the tingling, you're not a friend of this channel. I don't understand people. It's like we have a little puppy. When someone goes next to him and doesn't like him, I say, what's wrong with you, man? It's the same thing with tingling. If you don't like the tingling, what's wrong with you, man? Or woman, or whatever, but something is wrong with you. Anyway, beta-9 hydrous at 3 grams, that's going to help you with muscle protein synthesis, endurance, power output. Really like it, generally speaking. Oh, agmatine at 1.5 grams. I forgot this one. Man, that is a loaded pump formula. I'm going to try and see if this thing, I'm going to write below here on the ticker if this is very different from the previous version, but this feels different. Anyway, loaded pump formula and power formula so far. Then L-tyrosine at 1.5 grams, that's going to help you with focus. Alpha GPC at the clinical dose of 600 milligrams. Live alpha GPC for focus. Lion's mane for 600 milligrams. I think that this is similar to what was in the first version. Another next age nootropic. Caffeine anhydrous 250 milligrams. So that's very similar, I think, to the first version. I think they had 250 milligrams, which theoretically on label is not going to give you like huge amounts of energy because it's just 250 milligrams. But just like the first version, fuck your label. Yeah. Anyway, Araya Genesis 250 milligrams. I'm trying to remember if this was in the first version. I think it was. 250. I love Araya Genesis for mood elevation. It really depends. You know, this type of an ingredient really depends on what you put it together with for it to have full effect, and definitely the quality and purity of the ingredient. But 250 milligrams, mood elevation, focus, feel good. Araya Genesis, really like Araya Genesis. Theobromine at 150 milligrams. I think the first version had 50 milligrams. So that's going to help you with also, I mean, a bunch of stuff, mostly energy and focus, and some fat metabolism. Dicaffeine malate, so that's going to add another 75 milligrams of caffeine at a slow release caffeine. So think about this as altogether as 325 milligrams of caffeine. So that already sounds more normal for you sting junkies. And then black pepper extract at 10 milligrams, so that's for absorption and getting this thing to your body. And then alpha-yo at 1 milligram. Same thing in the previous version. Alpha-yo was at 1 milligram. In the previous version, it was just enough. I didn't really I couldn't like even notice the alpha-yo the first version. You know, alpha-yo, if you're super sensitive, you're gonna get drooling, cold sweats, shit like that at bigger amounts. Didn't feel it really in the first version. I'm gonna talk about this one in a second. So anyway, people, listen. So a lot of ingredient. This is not a cheap formula if they actually put all this shit together. I actually like the company. I believe that they did put everything they say here together, but you still never know how it's gonna come together. Listen, people. Labels are just labels. In pre-workout, why does it matter what they say they have on label, the scoop size, the whatever? It only matters how it feels. This is exactly why we're gonna go into the experience. Listen, people, I tried 2 flavors in these 3 times that I used this thing. This flavor that I have here is, I'm gonna write below the second flavor, I don't remember it right now. This flavor though is raspberry mojito. Yeah, it's a good flavor. By the way, on a scale of 1 to 10, fuck your scale of 1 to 10 for flavors. Dudes, you're gonna put all this shit in your body. All this shit. And you really care if the flavor is amazing or it's just okay? Who cares? If it's okay, it's okay. This is actually okay. It's good, actually. Doesn't matter. The return on investment on flavor is stupid. You're gonna put all this shit into your body. You never met these people. You're still gonna drink their shit, right? And you're gonna say, oh my god, this doesn't taste good. Fuck you. Okay, let's get into the experience, people. Seriously, let's get serious here. So as far as the experience, listen, people, let me tell you this. I don't really remember. I went back to my old review to go over what I said then. Let me tell you one thing. The pumps on this one are definitely better than the previous version. Now, I can't even remember, like I said, if they changed the pump formula or didn't. I remember that in the first version, the pumps were sort of okay, solid. This is definitely an improved pumping experience. I want to tell you another thing, and I'm going to get into the energy and focus in a second. The other thing that you definitely feel is that you can just pull longer sets. I don't know exactly why this happens here. I mean, there's a lot of ingredients here, God knows, right? But I just felt like I can go for longer sets. You know, like this is one of these what you could call superset pre-workout, right? This is when you have, maybe if you're doing CrossFit or you're doing a high intensity training, or you just have one of these 1.5 hours, 2 hours workout where you go superset after superset after superset. I don't know, I felt like I can go longer with this one. Really, I didn't feel more powerful, I just felt more endurance, which I really, really like, to be honest. And this kept for like 2 hours. Speaking of going for 2 hours, as far as the energy and focus experience, this is very much, from what I recall, very much similar to the first version. Like, you're gonna get good energy. It's not like wake you up from the dead energy. It's like good, solid energy. By the way, the tingling is very intense, just like the first version. Very intense tingling. Like, there's something here that feels almost like on the verge of niacin, like flushes, but it's not. It's very effective, productive tingling. And like I said, I like the tingling. You're gonna feel the tingling for like half an hour, 45 minutes, which I really like, right? And but from an energy perspective, this kicks in smoothly, 20 minutes in, and just stays consistent. It does feel like it gets a bit more, maybe a tad more energy, like half an hour, 45 minutes in. But generally speaking, very consistent energy across the time of the workout. And this is not crazy in the sense of that you're gonna feel it 6 hours later. This is not one of these. You're gonna feel this very much for the duration of your workout, for 1.5 hours, 2 hours, whatever you go. You're gonna feel it an hour later. But you can, like, if you take this in the evening, I think you'll be able to go to sleep 4 or 5 hours later, assuming you're a steam junkie. If you're like a beginner, then obviously you're probably gonna feel this for 3 weeks because you're a beginner, right? In addition to the energy that, like I mentioned, which is consistent 2.5 hours, you're gonna get good focus and good sense of well-being. It's not crazy. This is not one of these pre-workouts where you take it and you feel like you're doing something bad to your body, right? You're hurting yourself. You're just gonna feel good energy, consistent focus, good focus, not tunnel vision or anything crazy, good focus, and then sort of a sense of well-being. It's not mood elevation, it's not euphoria, it's a sense of well-being. Probably very similar to the first one from an energy and focus perspective, but honestly it's been a while, so I don't really remember. But this is a very good one. I would say that this is what I call, this falls into my category of everyday steam junkie. You know, if you're a steam junkie, you're gonna take this, you're gonna feel it, you're gonna like it. It's not gonna blow your head off, but it's one of these things that you can cycle off to without feeling like you're hurting yourself. You're taking crazy steam junkie, super loaded alpha yo, whatever bullshit, DMHA, DMAA pre-workouts, and you're saying, hey, I need an everyday steam junkie pre-workout. This is one of these. Really like it, just like I like the first one. So I would say the biggest difference probably from a feeling perspective is the pumps. They're just better, and like I said, the ability to go for longer, just the endurance, longer sets. Really like it. Listen, people, this is a solid everyday steam junkie pre-workout. I don't think if you're a beginner, I'm trying to think, yeah, you could probably, if you're an intermediate advanced user, not necessarily steam junkie crazy, you can probably use this and enjoy it. If you're a steam junkie user, you're gonna love it. Like I said, this is an everyday steam junkie pre-workout. You're not gonna feel like you're hurting yourself. You're not gonna get buzzed high type shit that you get with other stuff, but you're gonna enjoy the process. You're just gonna enjoy the process, people. Listen, people. As far as where you can find it, I got these things from the Huge Supplements website. I think it's the best, one of the best places to get it. I'm going to link below to the page on Fitness Deal News where we have the latest deals and coupons, including coupons for Huge Supplements. You can go save money while supporting the channel. Listen, people, if this review was helpful, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel to see more reviews like this, because this is what we do here, people. We help you make smart decisions about the supplements.